So a question came up here, and it was, how do we tailor our services to meet the unique needs of each client? So for me, we have really went deep on our database management system. And so when a new client comes in, a new referral comes in, we have a shared database that we're basically keeping notes, keeping information. And so if I'm talking to a client and I learn all about their financial situation, I'm learning all about their family size, and I'm learning about this, we hold that in the database to know that, they just moved here from California, they're renting from, they got referred in. So that way we're on the same page together. And so our communication, we get all the way down to, if Kelyn's out showing property and she picks up the, daughter's name is Penelope, that's going in our notes. If she texts me and says, oh, hey, while I'm waiting for this inspection with this client, I found out his favorite whiskey, and they like speakeasies. Yeah. And so I'm putting that into our notes. So when we close, we're going to get them a nice bottle of, what was that? Their whiskey that they like, and or some tickets to a nice dinner or something. So that's kind of how I think that we work together and tailor some services that coincide, and kind of, again, 2-for-1 kind of a thing. So
well, and I feel like from the initial call, so we have a your dream home checklist. So we have each one of them fill out that form in their mind. What do I want? What are my non-negotiables? What are my it'd be great to haves? And then they combine that list, and then they have a master list that we start from. That's actually saved us so much time, because they might be getting something or thinking they want something because they believe the other spouse wants it, and it's not really something they care about. So weeding out all that in the beginning helps. But what I've found is people don't really know what they want. They think they want, some acreage. They think they want all this stuff, and you name it, could be anything. But when we actually start going out there and looking at houses, it's houses that don't even match that criteria at all. And the one they actually find is completely different from where we started. So I, in my experience, have just really asking the right questions, but asking them 5 times. Well, why? Well, why do you want that? And then you get to the root of why they want that. It's always comes back to, something that they saw on TV, or they, and they have this image of what they want, and they didn't even know. So it's just nice to really understand that really deeply, and then get to, well, how can we get that feeling that you're looking for in this house that you want?
And if it was just me, I would say a man wants a garage, a woman wants a kitchen, bathroom, and a closet, and she's happy. But those are the questions that that Kelyn does really well, of identifying what's going to keep you in your house the longest.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm asking, how long are you guys going to be in the house?
Right.
If they're if they're like in the military, they know they're going to be in here for a year or two. That really changes a lot for us. That says, hey, this might not be your forever home, but this brand new home in this brand new community, and you're the first person to buy it, is going to get the biggest return in 2 years. Mm-hmm. You buy this other home at the top of the market that someone just put 60, 80 grand into fixing it up. It's the nicest house in the neighborhood. Let's not plan on moving for 5 years at least. And those are kind of the things that we work back and forth. And, because she's like, oh, I didn't realize that, Bill. They didn't tell me they were leaving in 2 years. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I have to ask that around the mortgage world. Like, how long are you going to be in the home? And she's like, oh, they didn't even mention that. And so that having our systems in place to be able to bring that up, and the awareness, people are like, we just had someone the other day. They're like, oh my gosh, I've been working with the credit union for 6 months. Why didn't they tell me all this? And that's part of our dynamics is that 20 years and hundreds of transactions later, we learn what works and what doesn't work.